How might LNG be used in North Carolina to address our transportation needs? I know a lot of transit systems run on LNG. How might we harness this opportunity to address our transportation needs and reduce our reliance on petroleum?
Okay, I could address that. When CNG is possible with compressed natural gas, you're better off using CNG. CNG typically has 4 times the volume of gasoline, so it's a bigger tank. So you can't use it in passenger vehicles very easily. But it is a less expensive route to go and more available in terms of stations that have them than LNG. I'll come back to LNG in a second. So my vote would be to use CNG as much as possible, and particularly for delivery trucks and so forth, and maybe for pickups, rather than LNG. Okay, what about LNG? LNG has only 40% more volume than gasoline tank, so it is better for long-haul trucks. Long-haul trucks probably will require LNG and will probably not be able to manage with CNG. And then same will probably go with trains. This is actual trains on tracks. So I think trains and long-haul trucks are LNG prone, but infrastructure becomes an issue. There's only one company I know in this country that is offering LNG stations. And so I don't favor LNG very strongly, except where it is absolutely essential due to the energy density.
And when CNG, compressed natural gas, LNG?
LNG is liquefied natural gas.
Okay.
So it's cold, it's under pressure, but the key point is you can't just get it everywhere. Handling it is a tricky thing. CNG, it's like your propane tank. You can retrofit your vehicle for CNG. I personally think that in New Delhi and Kuala Lumpur, every public vehicle is on CNG. It's done marvelous things to the health of the people, because when you replace diesel with CNG, you don't get particulates. So I think public vehicles, delivery trucks, these things I believe should go to CNG and take the pressure off of imported oil.
And there, if I may briefly, there are cities in the United States that are using compressed natural gas typically. So if you go get in a taxi cab in San Francisco, for instance, a number of those taxis have a large tank, as Vic mentioned, in the trunk, and they're running on compressed natural gas. One of the advantages of that is a price that's about half the price compared to a gallon of gasoline, and some very real advantages potentially for air quality issues. So it primarily comes down to an issue of distribution, how far you have to go to get to a refueling station, and then range. Typically in a car, you might only have 100 or 150 miles range before you have to refuel. And that's problematic for some cars in some situations.
So that's why it's a piece of cake for a fleet vehicle like taxis or for delivery trucks. That's why it's easy, because they come back to the same depot from time to time, and so refueling is not an issue. And Rob's right, it's about half. Actually, the natural gas is priced at about 1/4 that of oil in energy content. But by the time you do everything to it where it wants to be CNG, it is around half. But half is half, and it is a lot more environmentally correct than gasoline, and way more than diesel.
And domestic.
And it's domestic. I mean, we import 60% of our oil. Getting rid of, and this state, for example, should seriously consider modifying, I don't know much about legislation, but modifying their 2017 rule to include that if we can replace a transport fuel, liquid fuel, with a gaseous fuel, it should be permitted.